for right now, we got other business to attend to on this Impact, which is a #1 contenders gauntlet match for the Knockouts World title. I guess this will be whoever wins that three-way will have a competitor to face off against. And here is the first participant in the gauntlet. The first position, always the worst position in the gauntlet match. You have to get through a bunch of matches. But it's Xia Brookside. So Xia Brookside gets a promo, I guess a pre-recorded promo. Let's hear what she has to say coming into this.
Number one, I drew #1. Worst draw in the whole gauntlet, right? I have to outlast every single knockout in that ring tonight to get my opportunity at the Knockout World Championships. But here's the thing. I was born for this. Abso-freaking-lutely.
All right, well, no points from me on that promo. But let's see who's second. Killer Kelly. All right, so she's going to cut a promo too as well. Let's see how Killer Kelly sounds. Haven't seen her since she fought Masha Slamovich in that crazy match for the Knockouts World title that she lost.
Número 2? Que piada. I'm fine with that. Number 2. Because one by one, they will all fall. I didn't come back to TNA to take a seat in the back. I came back to become the TNA Knockouts World Champion.
So here you have it, your #1 and #2 in this gauntlet match.
All right, so Killer Kelly is crazy. She's psycho, as we have seen. In her recent return, she had a title match against her old tag team partner, Masha Slamovich, and lost. But all right, I'm going to go through and review each of these matches individually, each match in this gauntlet match. So Killer Kelly starts out trying to freak out Xia Brookside, but she doesn't know. What she doesn't know is that Xia Brookside is pretty fucking crazy herself. This is a winner of a Monsters Ball match against Rosemary. So Xia Brookside can match her crazy. But some highlights, let's see. Here's some grappling on the floor. And I'm skipping to the finish, it seems. Here's the next thing I got bookmarked. So, Killer Kelly rolled up. There you go. There's a pin. It's not a roll-up, but that's a good move from Xia Brookside. I'll give that match between them a half a point. I'll move on to the next match on the card. Dani Luna. So she's coming up next. She's the next member of this gauntlet match, participant, however you want to say it, and she's facing Xia Brookside. So Xia Brookside, who is a little tired, I guess you could say, but she's all right. She's like, all right, let's do this. She wants to shake hands, and code of honor adhered to here on TNA Impact. And there we go, second match of this gauntlet. And the finish here is Dani Luna. So they don't put Xia Brookside over to that degree. She actually takes the pin here from Dani Luna, and she's out now. So Dani Luna with a big win. All right, I'll give that match also a half point. I think it was the right decision. They didn't have to make this one of those situations where Xia Brookside goes deep into this gauntlet match if she's not going to win. But Rosemary's next. All right, so intense fighting right off the bat here. Rosemary is in. It's Rosemary versus Dani Luna. Nice impromptu booking, I would say. And here's Rosemary on the ropes with the submission move that she has to break because it's on the ropes. But here's the finish. Another win for Dani Luna. All right, so Dani Luna looking good. Maybe a push for her. This is another match I'll throw a little Orange Cassidy half thumbs up at. But next we got I would consider this a pre-match segment, so I'm going to rate this on its own before the next match because something happens on the way to the ring. As Indy Hartwell enters, she is going to get attacked by Rosemary for no reason. And Indy Hartwell is rocked. Security did break them apart, but she got attacked and damaged before the match. I don't know why, but I will say I'll give a half thumbs up just for, you know, spicing up the show and throwing things at us that we wouldn't expect. But I guess that could be a match eventually, Rosemary and Indy Hartwell. Why not? But all right. Dani Luna's in the ring already, and she's going to face off with Indy Hartwell. They've been friends actually recently, so this is an interesting match that came up out of nowhere, and they're going to go at it. And the finish, surprise reversal by Indy Hartwell into a roll-up, and it was questionable if she kicked out. It seemed kind of close, but you know what? I think I'll put it in slow motion since we have to see. Let's see. I think this is the 3 count. No, that's the 2. This is the 3. That's 2. That's okay. Rewind a little bit. Her shoulders down, shoulders down. And I'd say that's 3, and her shoulders down. So she kicked out right after 3. So all right, it was the correct decision by the referee. They did that really well. I like that ending. I will say I'll give just the ending a thumbs up for the timing and everything. Good job. But Dani Luna is shocked. She is stunned. I think she thought for sure she was going to beat Indy Hartwell here. She has confidence in herself. And I'll give that match itself. I'll give that match also a thumbs up because I like the booking, them being friends, and I thought the match turned out pretty good, so why not? But the afterbirth here is going to be way more interesting because as Indy Hartwell's kind of smiling at her, I will say if there's a reason for this thing that's about to happen, it might be Indy's little nonchalant attitude here, but she does kind of tell her like, hey, come on, get up, you're still good, don't worry. And then right when she's trying to encourage her, we get a heel turn from Dani Luna. There it is. Not only a clothesline, but she stomps her out as well. And this is a full-on, this is gonna be a crazy segment because this is just, the ref is trying to tell her, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And she's just going through it, man. She is going absolutely nuts, as you will see. She has gone maniacal, evil, crazy Dani Luna, which I'm here for it. I am freaking loving this. But as she's going out to attack, to beat down Indy Hartwell in the middle of the ring, music of the next competitor hits, and surprisingly, it's her ex-tag team partner, Jody Threat, who she's not been wanting to hang out with recently for no reason, although they split up just because they had a stipulation match where they had to split up. But Jody Threat's like coming to the ring like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And as the 2 former tag team partners are talking back, Dani Luna is going to end up walking backstage. And Jody Threat enters the ring, checks on Indy Hartwell. She kind of doesn't want to start this match like this, but before we start the match, I'm going to give a rating to that extra little afterbirth between that gauntlet match. I'm going to say I love that Dani Luna heel turn. I was waiting for something to happen with her, and I am so glad because her crazy faces she was making during that whole thing was just, that was the stuff wrestling is made of, man. That's like the thing you dream of doing when you're a wrestler, is turning heel and having that crazy face and just letting yourself go there, because everyone wants to do this at times. There's times where everyone, or maybe it's just me. Am I saying I want to turn heel? I think everyone has an itch to turn heel sometime. But anyways, I'm jumping the gun here. All right, so let's move on to the match itself. So Dani Luna is gone, supposedly. She has walked off, and the ref rings the bell. So she starts the match. As I said, Jody doesn't really want to do the match like this. But regardless, it's not up to her at this point because something else is going to happen. Enter Dani Luna. Dani Luna returns, and she's got a steel chair, and she wants to use it, and Jody Threat stops her, trying to talk her down, and Dani Luna, this is what I'm talking about. Dani Luna cries, basically. She's like torn about doing this. It seems like it's not really her, but it's come to this point where it had to happen. And that's the finish right there. I didn't want to give it away, but she she ends up socking Jody Threat in the face, and that's a DQ. So for that match itself, I will say I'll give it a thumbs up, even though it was just the match got thrown out. It was something very significant happened. Dani Luna returned. She didn't just go to the back. She could have just gone to the back and maybe say I lost my mind and apologize, but no. Here's an afterbirth to this match, and Dani Luna is going to whack Indy with the steel chair. Like, goddamn, man. And she's just going to town on her. And she's going to, I think, try to choke her out or something. And finally, security shows up. I don't know what the hell took them so long. But okay, there's Indy Hartwell, who not knowingly, yet unknowingly, has lost the match she just had, because they're going to announce it in a bit. But Jody Threat is going to be announced as the winner by disqualification, as Dani Luna breaks free and clotheslines a security guy or whatever. The guy clapping over here. I gotta give him 3 points just because, yeah, he's like, dude, you're doing the right thing here. Let me get him into frame. You've done the right thing, Dani Luna. It was time. I'm gonna give that dude 3 points. And then the other guy, the guy with the sign, I thought was a very interesting sign here. Forgive them that tear down my soul. A line from Guns N' Roses. I don't know if Guns N' Roses got it somewhere, but excellent line, excellent line. I'm gonna give that guy 2 thumbs up for his really cool sign. But also, for this segment itself, this was an afterbirth. Dani Luna just kept going with the heel turn and just went crazy, and finally in the end walks off. And Jody Threat is announced as the winner. Like, confusingly, yeah, it was out of frame, but here she is being confused that she won, and Indy's they're going to walk back together. Jody Threat's going to help her, but Indy's kind of pissed that she lost that match, and Jody's like, well, I don't know, man. What the hell could I do? I didn't do anything, which is true. Jody Threat didn't do anything. Indy shouldn't be mad at Jody, but there you go. That's the segment. For that segment, I'm going to review it as a whole. I'm giving 3 points for Dani Luna again, just going buck wild on this whole thing, and I am very happy with this. I think this was my favorite thing I saw from the wrestling weekend, personally. But I'm moving on. Let's move on. Santino backstage. Let's see what's going on with Santino.
Santino, I can't accept this win. I didn't earn it. I don't want a shot at the title like this. Not like this. Like, I don't know what happened out there, but I definitely didn't earn it. It's, maybe give it to Indy?
I saw what happened. That was very confusing.
Yes.
I heard the bell.
Yes.
I saw...
Give it to Indy. Jody, I did that for you. Come on. For me? Yeah. I only had this shot because you hit me. Dani, you literally hit me in the face. Like, put the shot aside. What's wrong with you? Are you, like, this
What's
is
wrong
not
with
you.
me?
Yes, what's wrong with you?
Is that I'm not getting what I deserve, Jody.
All right, what happened there? I don't know. I was very hot for the heel turn itself, but the follow-up segment was a little weak to me there. Dani Luna just showed up backstage as Santino was talking to Jody. I think it would have been more crazy to see Dani Luna. Maybe they should have saved her, let her go brood somewhere. So, oh my God, I don't know. Logically, I'm kind of disappointed in this segment. I kind of want to give it a thumbs down, but I'll give it an indifferent, and I'll take a wait and see approach on my Dani Luna heel turn.